Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Gary, would you call roll, please?
Susie,
Present.
Mike Owens, Jim Cohen, Amy,
Here.
Gary Finley, Bob, Steve. Here. Mike. Here. Chris. Here. Brock. Here.
Almost here.
Well, that's in the nick of time. isn't it?
Okay, so has everyone had a chance to review the minutes?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of September 23.
I'll second that.
You have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with all in favor. Any questions on the plant report? Everyone, any questions on financials? If not, do we have a motion?
I make a motion, we accept the plant report.
Second.
Do you have a motion and a second? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries with all in favor. Claims?
Financials.
Did I hear a motion from Amy?
I'll make a motion for the claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with all in favor. We don't have anyone from the public present. Have no old business, under new business. Bridget Ingram's here from Westler to discuss the Goose Haven sewer extension.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Aye.
It's been a while. We put the Goose Haven Sewer Extension project out for quotes because not a high dollar amount. We don't have to send it out to bid, so we just reach out to different contractors. We reached out to 7 different contractors, and apparently they had to have their bids turned in by 7 p.m. today, and we got the one.
I was
So-
gonna say, I bet you didn't get 7.
We did not. We were not expecting to get 7. I was hoping for 2, but we got 1. So it's all right with you. I can open it, or if you guys want to open it, I'll open it.
Go ahead.
All right.
See what we got.
Be a thorough guy. All right, and this is TPI Utility Construction LLC. They confirmed that they received the one addendum that we issued with some additional information in it. And their price as listed is $89,750, which is very close to our engineer's estimate.
What was the engineer's?
Yep. Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have it right here, which was $86,000
Oh, wow.
to our engineer's estimate. So I would say that's within a great range of what we were hoping for. So
Where's the company out of, Bridget?
they are out of, oh gosh. I'm trying to remember where they are out of. They are out of Zionsville, that's right.
Have we ever done work with them before?
No, the utility hasn't. We've worked with them at Wexler on other small projects like this, and this is their kind of their bread and butter, doing this just like small horizontal work.
No flags come up when you hear their name.
No. They do not. When we were reaching out to individuals, I had asked our construction manager who he recommended for this size job. He was one of those, TPI was one of the first people that they listed, so.
Okay.
Nothing jumps out from that. And then included in their bid packet, in addition to the quote form, is their certificate of qualification to work in the state of Indiana, signed and notarized, and their financial statements that we request. They also submit with their quote package. So all of those are in there. We've given the contractor a little bit of time to do this project longer than it'll actually take for them to physically do the work, just because it is such a small job that basically we reached out to the contractors, asked them what would encourage them to put in a bid on this. Most of them just had the flexibility of timing, but realistically, I think that the actual work will take 2 weeks once they get out there and do it. It's not a very big project. It's about 1,400 linear feet of work. So, probably have a meeting to kick off the project. They'll submit some drawings for us to look at for the materials, that type of thing, improve it. But once they actually mobilize, it'll be pretty quick for them to complete the project. We had originally showed one of the homeowners tying in right now, but since they've moved, there's no one that's currently planning on tying in to the new line. So it'll just be ready for when someone
I would think that,
has to.
that would still be happening.
So
What's their timeline, Bridget?
in terms of getting started on the project, I don't know when exactly they'll get started. We gave them 120 days to do the work from when we
Completion?
issue, yeah.
And that wasn't.
From once we
Once we actually tell them.
execute the
Yeah,
contract.
execute the
Okay.
contract. So, next steps are we have to issue a notice of award. I don't have the notice of award for me, because typically if there's more than one bidder, we have to go through and review everything. But if you wanted to move things along, you could consider approving Susie to sign the notice of award after my final review, and then submitting the notice of award agreement to Susie, so we don't have to wait until the next meeting.
So we're probably looking at spring, one way or another.
So, yeah, I think it'll kind of depend on the wedding. That was the other thing, because of the time of the year, the contractors wanted a little flexibility, because if they can get it in before the weather gets bad, they'll do it. If not, they'll wait till it warms up and they'll do it in the spring.
But
So how does that-
120 days from date
Yeah,
of
120
sign.
days, that's 3 months, so.
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months.
4 months.
4 months.
4 months from when we issue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was kind of thinking that, we received bids in October, that we probably issue the notice, like, we'll send them the agreement, then we can issue the notice to proceed. So if you did that at your November meeting, then you have 4 months from there.
So from the middle of November then.
Yeah, start from that.
What is the scope of work? Just in summary, what are they doing?
Sure, so it's just a 2-inch line for a low pressure sewer system. It's about like 1,400 linear feet on Capitol Hill Road to Goose Haven, just that little corner there connecting into State Road 1. So when we designed the industrial park lift station and put that new 12-inch line that runs all the way towards the plant, we had actually put a tap in the line there, like a T connection, and just had a plug valve on it, knowing that in the future we'd probably want to tie in here. So they'll just directional drill that line and make the connection into the force main. And that's how the flow will actually get from there down to towards the plant.
And remind me how many houses potentially.
There's 6?
There's 6 houses that
Yeah.
could tie in there.
So you said it was a 2-inch line
Mm-hmm. Yep.
with solid waste as well?
Yeah, so it's all just any sanitary waste.
Well, they'll have grinders,
Just a
those
force
Steve.
main,
Yeah.
so it all
Okay.
gets grinded up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the balance of having it be small enough that, because on the grinder pumps, not everybody's sending flow in at the exact same time. So you don't actually assume that all 6 people are gonna be sending flow.
No, right.
Yeah, it'll be ground
Yeah.
up. And then the worry was that, if only one person ties it to begin with, you also don't wanna make the line too big, because then it's just gonna be sitting in the line. So kind of in preparation for there might not be a lot of people tied on originally, we have 2 cleanouts out here, just so you can flush the line if he needs to, for some reason, if there's any solids that build up. So one on the end and one at the corner.
I know 2-inch, it is,
It's so tiny.
I mean,
Yeah.
code is in your, inside your house is boring.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the
That's what I'm
state was
saying.
actually concerned that 2-inch was too big, that's why I laughed. Not at you, but just because of the fact that it's like, depending on your perspective, they were like, 6 homes, only one person tying in, you wanna put in a 2-inch line, I don't know about that. And I was like, I think we'll be okay eventually, so, I think it's a good balance between the two, but yeah, so, that's a itty bitty line, so. And for the right type of contractor that wants to put in a small line like that, so yeah. But I think this is a promising bit to go.
So are the grinders, are they at the houses or?
Yeah,
Okay, each
Yeah.
house has its own
each
grinder.
house has their own grinder, and then they would have like a 1 1/4 inch line that goes from their grinder pump that actually connects into the 2-inch low
Okay.
pressure system. And then because it's just low pressure, it's just kind of like pushing,
As it,
Flow
yeah, as
along.
it's used, then it pushes along.
yeah, pushes
Right.
along.
Yeah.
So,
That would be cost that the homeowner would have to pay for
yeah,
himself,
typically
right?
the homeowner will.
Do we have an estimate of what that would cost each 6 of the houses to hook up?
It's a couple $1,000s to get those installed.
So they're weighing that against septic repair.
Yeah, exactly, and typically gets to the final
Septic
figure.
repairs.
You don't
quite a
wanna
bit more
have-
than that now.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
We really.
Plus you eliminate the headache if you tie in.
so depending on where you actually put your, because you have to have the install the grinder station, then the line to connect it to the force main, so, but yeah.
Bridget, have you discussed with them the possibility of, once they're aware this is gonna happen, if there's anyone who wants to go on immediately, if the company will work with the homeowner on going ahead and boring a lateral while they're there,
They could
Or
do
you
that,
could
this
ask
type of,
them.
we could definitely ask them, that, I
Okay.
think that's a conversation we could have with them at the pre-construction meeting before they get started, and just say, hey, if we find out people are interested, like, are you willing to work with them? I think they would be on this type of project, to do
Okay.
at least the lateral line that connects to the low pressure line, but yeah, we can definitely ask
Okay.
them that. No, it seems like there's a couple people that were like thinking about it a while ago, and then only one person committed, and now we don't have anybody who necessarily is
it's coming.
jumping the gun. But yeah, it's good to have the infrastructure there, especially if, as the septic systems fail this way, that's, all the folks can say, hey, you have a valid option, or before, they don't really have a choice other than to try to repair, their failing system still. Yeah, people can tie on there, they can tie on down the way, where we have a little bit larger low pressure line that we put in when we did the, industrial park project there too. That's good for that. Any other questions? Good. All right, I'll go ahead and put the notice of award together, if that's all right, send it back over
Do
to
you
you
need a
guys to
motion
sign.
for us to allow Susie? I make a motion that we allow Susie to sign the notice of award.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with all in favor.
And everything's going pretty well with the plant, not to steal Michael's thunder, but on the construction project, things are definitely wrapping up.
It's
over
been
there.
pretty smooth,
So,
hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a couple months left, and then they're gonna be out of there. I think the last big equipment startup is supposed to be at the end of the month, and then it's just finishing up the maintenance building and some of the touch list items, so definitely getting close to that being done.
Rid of the mud pit.
Yeah.
And I'll just comment though for the record, because I had multiple people complain to me. I don't think it's the construction, but the smell has been bad.
It's been
I'm
an
sh-
issue.
I-
well,
I would imagine you've heard a little bit of that too, so.
Oh, yeah.
Drought conditions.
It's just all downtown and it's
Yeah.
driven us inside from where we live a couple times in the night, so.
I don't expect it to last too much longer, but that would.
Good.
That would.
It does smell slightly better than the dairy outlet was. On a warm evening. Yeah. All right then. Anybody else have anything for our meeting? If not,
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. This meeting's adjourned.